I have felt compelled to write this letter to you as I can't help but feel that the mistakes being made by officials is a serious problem and needs to be resolved. Firstly, I understand we're all human and we all make mistakes, and depending on your profession, these mistakes may have a small or large impact on somebody. However, when I make a mistake in my job, I hold my hands up, take responsibility and apologise. Luckily, my mistakes don't impact too greatly on people, but for football fans, these mistakes are hard to take, and yet we never receive a response or an apology. I'm sure you can guess the team I support due to the timing of this letter. However, I am sure I can speak for all football fans and not just my team. All we want is fairness and consistency, and I can wholeheartedly say that I do not believe there is any consistency in the Premier League. Things need to change. Yesterday I watched Bobby Madley make more than one mistake. He felt that Simon Francis' challenge on Kouyaté was only worthy of a yellow card. This challenge was a boot to the face. What reasoning is given for only issuing a yellow card? I can think of a handful of similar incidents during this season alone, where some have been banned, some have been cautioned and some have escaped with no punishment whatsoever. The real talking point of the game was the injury time equaliser, where Callum Wilson was not only in an offside position, but he then scores with his hand. The linesman correctly signalled both of these, but Mr Madley felt the need to overrule him. Not only was he undermining a fellow official, he was categorically wrong and cost West Ham the 3 points. This may not seem a big deal to many. In the grand scheme of things happening in today's world, it isn't. However, for many like myself, football is a massive part of their life, and when fans pay out their hard-earned money week in and week out to watch their team lose points to incorrect decisions, they have a right to be angry and upset. This was a Boxing Day fixture that was ruined for one set of fans because of a mistake made by one of your officials. Not only is this day ruined, but it could potentially cost the team a place in the Premier League. Do the FA and the officials understand the importance? Not only were these mistakes made by Madley, but Callum Wilson clearly cheated to ensure his team would get the point. Wilson has since gone on to admit he cheated and has made light of the situation. Will there be retrospective action taken on Wilson? If you're going to take retrospective action on diving, etc., this needs to be the same across the board. I hope to hear that Mr Madley will receive some reprimand and be demoted, but I don't see why the Championship or any other league should have to suffer the same mistakes. It is equally important to those clubs and fans. These officials should be held accountable for their mistakes and made to apologise to the fans, players and the club as a whole. We ask for consistency across the board and nobody can complain, but if you consistently allow officials to make incorrect decisions and not overrule, you are going to be creating more problems and only inciting more anger from the fans. It's time to bring in video replay technology or ensure your officials are at the top of their game, and Mr Madley certainly isn't.